Hello everyone and welcome back to our JavaScript tutorial series. So today we're diving into promises and a powerful way to handle asynchronous operation in JavaScript. The promises allows us to avoid the callback, talk and write cleaner, more readable code. So today I'm creating this example for creating a promise and cleaning this multiple thin method. Okay, so first of all, creating this example for solving a promise. So let's begin by creating a basic promise that's resolved after a delay. Here an example. Okay, so here first of all I'm type this is a constructor, name is my promise. Okay, let's type the my promise is equal to type for again the new promise. Okay, so you can see here I'm just have my new families and this inside creating here. So first of all is a result, secondly type is a reject attribute, and also creating this calligraph. So here first of all creating this output statement is console just log and then just type the access. So here only type for is a processing. Okay, I start the processing and using this semicolon, then in this stage for the timeout durations, and using this again apply this one and then type here. First of all type is it resolve, and here I'm typing maxis. So you can see using this single quotation and then type is a from is resolved the fix this boolean. Okay, and in creating this semicolon I'm also doing this one, and just now I'm save for this timeout and in the second delay. Okay, then creating here, then now I'm calling for my promise dot using then method for this inside, and saved for here is a message, and again creating this add up sign, and also define here is from solve or log method, and the same thing settings including this is a message. Okay, so you can see this example is create a promise using a promise constructor. This promise is resolved after 2 seconds and then make put handle the result. This is how promise provide a clean way to ideal with asynchronous task. So just saving this code and click on this run icon. As you can see here, see the result for promising. First is print here and next is printing for the another message for the promise. Result is successfully. Okay, so I hope you completely understanding this output and the next tutorial topic for the chaining promise within. So now let's see how to chain multiple then may push to perform a series of depend actions. Okay, so here are example. So you can see just remove from this in this promise, and here I'm including for another name. Here I'm type this page user the data. Okay, and also type the new promise resolve reset, and then creating here the same output. So just remove this line. So using the save time I will just type the result in here, creating this another program. So using this calligraphy, so define for the id is a1 and declare the name attribute. So here I'm using for the name is a1. Okay, then use for, so now I'm not using this second delay. So here I'm using for the 1 second, and also type a rainbow from in this line of program. First of all here I'm typing the page user data, then apply for is a dot notation, and then type this them, and using for the simple user and creating this arrow sign and also create this calligraphy. So first of all type in this console log, and in this inside using for the first of all I'm typing user thank you ID. Okay, including that the user I and user the dollar symbol, and creating this kind of bracket defined for user and the ID, and also using the greater is statement defined for the user dollar, have the name, and okay, and again reading these steps. So defined is a theme and a here the name attributes, and creating this arrow sign, and even using this graph. So you can type only the console log and then type another method. So here first of all I type username and creating those dollar symbol, and also using the study brackets I define the name attribute. Okay, so here I'm just using for not this quotations I'm using for, so properly declare these quotations, and again I have to write. Okay, so here is completely solved in this error, and now next is a semicolon and also creating this line of semicolon, and again I will say this example. In this case for the promised result that with user data which is passed to the first den, and you can see that the result is proceed further in the second, and indeed the den. Okay, indeed the chaining mechanism takes it easier to handle for the sequential operation without nesting the callbacks. Okay, so here is completely a rest of 7 is code, and let me run this code now and just wait while I cancel here. First of all, printing for the user ID is 1 and the username is the layout. So I hope you completely understand this tutorial, and today I'm going to learn how to create and resolve from string the multiple then method for sequential class. So promise are a critical tool for writing clean, efficient and asynchronous code. Okay,